The other day on Twitter, I was like, get ready for the flood of fake Switch 2 update videos. And then bam, like literally like right after that, there was like Switch 2 4K remaster, hyper edition, ultra turbo edition games coming to the Nintendo Switch. Shout outs to all the people that are talking about it though. I mean, one of the big things that I put on Twitter, or at least that I saw, my good friend Nintendo Prime, when I responded, more fake rumors. I'm gonna watch though. You know, he went on a whole thing about Nash Weedle. That's not a Pokemon, by the way. It's actually a person. Apparently an insider. It's all good stuff. And I'm not going to attempt to explain away. And I've used them like, hey, like I've talked about their whatever they talk about before and they have some credibility. But I mean, like it's going to get worse than this, guys. Like the rumors are going to keep coming and they're going to keep coming. Heck, I've been part of it. I've been sucked into the vortex before. Thank God I don't have to do that anymore. Shout outs to my live stream. Shout outs to the live stream viewers. You guys come through. We have a good time. There's support, all that good stuff. And all the people that are watching the videos too, if you guys are watching the videos. But we're going to talk about this because it's actually a game that I play, that I beat. You know, a lot of these people talking about these 4K remasters and these things like that. They don't even like the games that they're talking about half the time. No shots to Nintendo Prime. I'm pretty sure he likes Bayonetta. But I'm just saying in general, people are talking, oh my God, that'd be incredible. It's like, dude, like how many Bayonetta games have you beat? I played it on the 360. You know, so it's one of those things that I'm going to talk about this because apparently, according to Nash Weedle, and this rumor, there's going to be a Bayonetta collection, right? There's going to be Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 3, and they're going to be upgraded, and they're going to be like all 60 frames per second, and just better on the Nintendo Switch. And I don't want to try to discredit anyone or say that these people are wrong, but the rumors that we're starting to get at this point, right? And we're going to talk about another rumor from someone that's actually gotten stuff right. So stick around, boys and girls. Trust me, if you're an old school N64 fan, I'm pretty sure you know where this is going. But I got to talk about it because I think it's kind of funny in terms of like the surrounding stuff and what some crazy Xbox people are saying. Now, before we get into any of these topics here, you're going to have to make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you're not, or I'm going to personally make sure that Banjo Kazooie and Bayonetta collection that we're going to be talking about here doesn't come out, or at least for your system, it's not going to work. So subscribe, hit the like button, notifications, you guys know all that good stuff. Let's talk about this though. Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 3 on the Nintendo Switch 2 or the next Switch or whatever. Like, to me, it's more of a guess. And the reason why I say it's more of a guess than any solid rumor or information, or maybe someone's just putting it out there, and then if they're right, see, I told you, now you can trust me, check it out, you know. And the reason why I say that is because Bayonetta has gotten collections for the last 2 generations. Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U got a collection. Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 1 on the Nintendo Switch got a collection. Yes, it makes probable sense that there will be another Bayonetta game. I'm pretty sure Nintendo's going to commission Platinum Games to make another Bayonetta game. If you've played Bayonetta 3 and the ending there, you know that there's probably going to be something else. And Platinum Games have already stated they want to continue working on it. So I think that with this new system, they're going to take the engine, they're going to take everything, just going to port it over, going to do whatever, make the game better, run better, whatever the case is, new graphics, characters, blah, blah, blah. They're going to have a cool Bayonetta game, and hopefully it doesn't take like all generation to come out or 5-6 years to come out this time. I think it'll be better than what it was before. So that's probably going to happen. But we always get collections, guys. Like, we've gotten collections the last 2 generations with Switch and with the Wii U. So it makes perfect sense that there's going to be another collection. Like, it's probably going to happen. Bayonetta games, they don't sell the craziest amounts right there at launch. And the collections or the re-releases of the game do well. They do well enough. They improve enough for people to be excited about them. Whether it's from the Wii U to the Switch and you got portable play, so the first time ever that you could natively play Bayonetta portably, which was pretty cool, right? To get the Bayonetta 1 game, all the cool Nintendo extras and stuff, and Bayonetta 2 in there, all the cool extras and stuff on the Switch, but even the original game being Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. So it makes perfect sense that they would take that and say, okay, now we got Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3, and then smooth it out. Because Bayonetta 3, yes, there's some other intrinsically weird or different things with the game in terms of how the enemies are and maybe some of the structure and focus of people want or what people like in Bayonetta. But at the same time, the main complaint was the performance, was the frame rate. The inputs were fine, but the frame rate necessarily wasn't great, and it caused for some intense boss fights to be a bit harder because the frame rate was a bit unstable at times. Now, they did put out a patch that balanced things out with Viola and some other things, but at the end of the day, it's still necessarily not where it needs to be or where it would be great for a Bayonetta action game. So I absolutely feel that they will make a Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 3 collection, and update it with better graphics or better resolution and better frame rate, because they've been doing that for the last couple gens now. Not because there's someone that's telling me, hey, look at this, I have some inside information. It just seems like something that's like, okay, yeah, probably, right? Like, probably. And a lot of Bayonetta games get announced at the beginning of the next generation, right? If you look at like Bayonetta 2 was announced before the Wii U, I think even launched, or in that first 2012 year, they announced it, right? So we had known about the game, and then it came out in 2014. If you look at Bayonetta 3, that was announced pretty early in the Nintendo Switch's life, along with Bayonetta 1 and 2 coming out in early 2018. So they always get on top of the whole Bayonetta situation, right? Like, when it comes to Nintendo and Platinum games, they're always on top of it. They know that people want that style of game, and it helps fill out their library, because Nintendo does not make that style of mature, stylish action game. They just don't. And if they have it, it's really cool to make the lineup seem more appealing. Not because it's going to sell a ton of systems or sell a bunch of copies, but it's because it actually fills a spot or an area that Nintendo necessarily isn't strong in with their own first-party IP. Heck, they don't have anything like that. So that's why Bayonetta or games like Astral Chain are going to continue. And Nintendo and Platinum do not spend what Microsoft and Sony would spend on a typical AAA game. I don't think Bayonetta 3 or Bayonetta 2, those games aren't spending like what Spider-Man is spending, 300 million or something crazy like that. So I do feel that Nintendo will have that. And if they do, awesome. Obviously, I'd pick it up. I purchased Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 3 all at launch when they came out originally on their systems. I have all the re-releases on every single system, and I beat Bayonetta 3. I actually stopped playing it for a bit. People were just saying so much stuff. I just kind of stopped playing for it, got some updates, then I went back to it and beat it in very early 2023, and I had a blast. I thought it was phenomenal. But yes, the frame rate was frame rating. The frame rate was frame rating. So if they actually made another one remastered with perfect 60 frames, and also Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 perfect 60 frames, I think that would be solid, and I think it would probably sell like 500,000 copies for that collection. The rumor, in addition to that, because it's Google Translate, right? So the rumor also says that like it's like backwards compatible, so there'll be like an update, or you can update it that way. So we'll see overall what they decide to do. Either way, I'm a big Bayonetta fan. I actually play and beat all the games. I used to 100% them, but now I'm too old and I just don't feel like doing it. But yeah, Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2, I 100%ed both of those games, which was fun back in the day when I had nothing else to do. Now it's different though, but let's move on. Let's talk about something else, shall we? I think we should talk about this next Banjo Kazooie situation that's going on. If you follow my live streams, you know there's been a little bit of a dust up with a couple Xbox people. I mean, it seems like anytime that you say something, if you're not in their little crew or in their little situation that people got, they get upset, because I don't think I said anything that was too crazy. But for those who don't know, there is a very awesome person that I know called Nate the Hate, Direct Feed Games, and he put out a claim. Insider, that's what they're calling him, the Insider. They don't want to say his name, the Insider, but then once you read the article, they say his name. So we all know it's Nate the Hate. Nate the Hate, he talked about it. I think it was on Reset Era. And he stated that Banjo Kazooie is now being greenlit. So it's not like it's going to come out tomorrow. Like, don't expect Banjo Kazooie announced, I don't know, January 2024 or something like that. But he's stating that it's been greenlit. So Banjo is coming. Way, shape, form, what it's going to be called. Banjo 3, Banjo Kazooie 3, Xboxy. I don't know. We don't know about all that. But there's something Banjo Kazooie coming. Is it going to be nuts and bolts too? Some people like nuts and bolts. Some people say it's better than Tears of the Kingdom. It's way better. Yeah, crazy people. But that's okay. We don't know exactly what's going on with Banjo Kazooie. And the interesting thing now is that there is a very crazy split of people out there when it comes to Banjo Kazooie. You know, that it's very funny on the crazy metaverse that is Twitter. But I think Toys for Bob would be a great candidate to be able to make a Banjo Kazooie game. Now, Nate is the homie. You guys all know Nate is someone who's actually correct on things. Like, he's been right on so many things throughout this generation when it comes down to it. Not 100% with everything. Things do change every now and then. But Nate is very reliable, especially compared to some of these other people that are saying insiders or leakers. Like, Nate actually has information. So I trust him that his information is correct on this, and we will be getting Banjo and Kazooie, or there's something, right? There's something that they're talking about, because Phil Spencer was even like, hey, I hear you guys when it comes to Banjo Kazooie. I mean, he can't talk about it, but I hear you. But apparently, there was a little bit of a situation, right, with me saying this when it comes to, like, my thoughts. Now, I wasn't trying to diss all Xbox fans or they don't buy anything, but if you look at the most played charts, right, on Xbox, if you look at the history when it comes to the Xbox Series or Xbox platforms, platformers have never been some type of big boon to Xbox. It's not like people rush out to go buy an Xbox because of platformers. Now, yes, I know there's 17 of you guys that rushed out to go buy an Xbox for Psychonauts 2, and that's phenomenal, right? That's great, and I get it. Psychonauts is phenomenal. It's a great game and all that, and maybe some of you guys rushed out to go buy, I don't know, Sonic Frontiers on the Xbox because you felt it would be best on there. And I get that. When it comes down to it, you don't see platformers. You don't see the platforming games that do come to Xbox, like a Sonic or something like that. You don't see those do better on there, and why people are buying it like it is like on PlayStation, or more like Nintendo. Nintendo kind of has Mario, right? Kind of, they do. Has Mario. They have a lot of platformers. They have Donkey Kong that sell incredibly well, and people do buy the system for that. So it's not quite the same, and that's all I said. I'm like, hey, I'm not so sure if, you know, if Xbox gamers are going to be liking that based off of what's going on, based off the history. They don't give us any sales numbers. All we can look at is most played. They don't give us any like Game Pass starters, so they don't give us like if a new Game Pass game comes and, you know, people buy the game or want to buy Game Pass because of that game. They don't say anything like that. So there's nothing that we can look and say, okay, well, this is the reason why. So when I look through the most played list, which I did live on air the other day, I don't really see a lot of platformers. It's a lot of shooters, it's a lot of racing games, it's a lot of like crafting Sims type of stuff, Minecraft, The Sims, Roblox, things like that. It's Call of Duty, it's sports games, it's Rocket League, you know, it's stuff like that, which is fine. There's a good, you know, assortment of games that people play on Xbox, which is awesome, but you're not going to see a bunch of platformers that are littered throughout the top 50 or whatever. There might be like one or two. I think Fall Guys was all the way down on the list. Maybe some other stuff. And once again, that's more of a multiplayer situation, right? Multiplayer party game type of thing, which can do well on Xbox. Banjo Kazooie is a single player platformer for the most part, unless you're trying to do some type of crazy nuts and bolts type of stuff. But what people probably want, or what this game might be, is going to be like Banjo Kazooie on the N64. You know, that's what this would be for the fans, right? That's what I'm thinking if they're making this. I'm not sure how well Xbox fans would respond to a bear and a bird, you know, in this type of situation. It's the same thing like when Call of Duty was saying, hey, it's coming to Nintendo. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how well that's going to do. Yes, there's probably going to be people that love it. There's people that played Call of Duty on the Wii. That sold over 1 million units to Call of Duty games. That's fantastic. But it's not like it's going to be like on Xbox and PlayStation where it's top of the charts all the time. It can do okay, don't get me wrong. If there was Call of Duty on the Switch, I think people would buy it. But it's not going to be the main driver, or like the hardcore gamer is going to go over there. It's not going to be the main driver of the Switch system. It's still going to be the Marios, the Zeldas, the Pokemons, the Animal Crossings. It's going to be those games and like the RPG titles that people love on there. So it's the same thing here. I'm just looking at it from what is the sales numbers, what is the individual charts. You don't see platformers really charting up super high or anything. So it wasn't really a knock on Xbox fans or anything like that. But some people took it that way. I had some crazy people quote tweeting me, or more like a crazy dude and all of his fans and all that type of stuff. And it's whatever. Invited him on. He didn't want to come talk to me about Xbox. Because that'd be bad if you had like a Nintendo guy, you know, beating you when it comes to talking about Xbox. But yeah, I think Toys for Bob would be the place that I think would be the best if they can get them to get it done. But overall, I mean, it's another rumor. You got to take it with a grain of salt, you know, till we get more information. But at the same time, Nate, you know, he wouldn't talk about it unless he felt confident. And if you look at his co-host on the Nate the Hate podcast, MVG got kind of like banned for saying that Banjo Kazooie is coming, and like it never came in a timely fashion. So the fact that he knows that they have that connection, yet he still put this out there, I think he feels very confident in his sources with this. But once again, we're going to have to just wait and see how it all goes down. So those are the rumors. Multiple S's. Rumors. Yeah, what do you guys think, man? I think it's interesting. Obviously, Nintendo's got big plans to probably announce the next Nintendo Switch soon. Also, some people are thinking maybe Microsoft plays nice with Nintendo and gets Banjo Kazooie on the Switch or Switch 2 or on the Switch and Xbox and PC. Maybe they play nice. I think that would make the game sell a lot more if they did that, because obviously Nintendo fans would be like remembering, oh man, I remember Banjo, right? And Banjo was huge for like Super Smash Brothers and all that, so I think that would be something. But I think there'd be a lot of Nintendo fans that would buy it on the Xbox as well. I'll check it out for sure. I'd definitely check it out. So what do you guys think overall when it comes to everything that we talked about here with the rumors? You guys can let me know. You can also tell me how terrible I am at reporting the rumors, or how it's all fake news, how it's all fake and everything. I have no problem with those comments going forward. 2024 is a new age, all right? Even though as of the time that I'm recording this video, it's not quite 2024, but still. I do want to say Happy New Year's, though. Happy New Year's to all my peeps out there. 2024 is going to be awesome. So Happy New Year's, you lovely people. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, check out my other videos that are all awesome, and I know you guys want to watch them because they're awesome. So check them out. Got some cool compilation videos and more. Yeah, good stuff. So thank you guys. We'll see you for the next one. Bye. Make sure you comment below too. Y'all need to comment more. Anyway, notification bells, guys. I'm out.